Asperger, and this is my model of the larynx. It was constructed using a plastic pipe, foam paper, cardstock, metal brads, and a rubber band. I'm going to start inferiorly, describing the plastic part, which would represent the trachea. That can be seen here with the rings. The difference between the trachea rings and the first ring of the larynx is that the tracheal rings are like a C ring and don't go completely around, whereas the cricoid cartilage, which is the most inferior portion of the larynx, makes a complete ring. And if you look at an anterior view of the cricoid cartilage, you'll notice that it's more narrow in the front and has a wider posterior portion. As we travel superiorly, we come to the thyroid cartilage, which is this brown cardstock paper. It is the largest feature of the larynx, and the largest cartilage of the larynx, and is connected to the cricoid cartilage by the cricoid-thyroid joint. Now, the most notorious portion of the thyroid cartilage is the thyroid notch, and on a male that can be seen and is known as the Adam's apple. Now, as we continue to travel superiorly, we come to the hyoid bone, which is not a bone of the larynx, but does have an important aspect. And it's also notorious because it's the only bone in the human body that is not connected to any other bone. Now, we're going to take a posterior look at the larynx, and medial to the hyoid bone is the epiglottis, and the epiglottis is the spoon-shaped feature right here, and its purpose is to cover the trachea and the larynx when a human is swallowing food or any liquids. Now, here is the posterior portion of the cricoid cartilage, and at a posterior lateral view of the cricoid cartilage is the arytenoid cartilage, which is our first cartilage that is actually a paired feature. And at the peak of the arytenoid cartilage is the cornicoid cartilage, and those would make the peak. Now, these are the most important part of the larynx, and that is because they control, they have the vocal process, which would be the most interior or medial part of the arytenoid process, and the muscular process. Now, these connect to the vocal folds and help it adduct and abduct. And when we take a view of the larynx from the inside, you can see the rubber bands going in, and those, as they are abducted and adducted, you will see that they begin to move like so. And that is how we get voicing. So this is, again, my model of the larynx with thyroid cartilage, which can rock forward and backwards, which can also be done on a human body. Thank you for watching my video, and this is my replica of the larynx.